Alyssa Poggioli, life leadership executive and connection coach. So, we've talked about sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy, physical intimacy. Now we're going to the spiritual intimacy. Spiritual intimacy, I interpret really as coming from that foundational space of like me with me and then you with you, so that it can be me with you and you with me. Some people, this is really important. Spirituality, again, we're talking about the ascension to that which is greater. People that have a higher component of spirituality or ascension, which is greater or more positive, they're more usually more vulnerable, expansive, they're more apt to go deeper, not wider, slow down. And when we are in that stillness state, that is where true connection can really be experienced. So when we look at the list, let me share my screen. It's about slowing down. So experiencing awe together. Awe can be something like going hiking in a new location and getting to a beautiful site and taking it in. It can be going to a light show around a holiday or in a different country. It could be about appreciating architecture in a different country or space. Commit to self-love, again, the me with me. If I'm not committed and disciplined to having self-love for myself, it's going to be a great sign that I likely don't have the ascension to that which is greater, and I'm not prioritizing nor taking ownership for the energy and experience that me and my relationship with myself contribute to the space and those around me. So commit to your self-love, have boundaries with it, be unapologetic. Also, when it comes to spiritual intimacy, being open to communicate weaknesses. When we are in the spiritual realm of ascension, that which is greater, we can ultimately be more open to detachment, surrender, vulnerability. It's that awareness. And if you see, like spending time in nature together, doing yoga, mindfulness practice, whenever we're doing things that force us to slow down and be still, it is uncomfortable. Um, it puts you in a space where you are in the moving from the fight, flight, freeze, appease of the frantic, stressed out state of wanting to do all these external things to really dropping in and being still in the rest, digest, regulate, and reflect. Like that's what you get to do in this space. Sharing rituals. This depends. Sometimes it's a ritual of having coffee before you let the dogs out. Other times it's going through what you really appreciated about one another and how each you and your spouse made how you felt loved that day. Like before you go to bed, complimenting of like, these are the three ways that you contributed love to make it, you're making me feel loved. And this is the one way in which you withdrew love and made me feel unsupported today. That could be a ritual. But otherwise, then you have your religious practices and beliefs to where, depending on who you are, where you're from, you may actually have things that you do together, whether it's prayer before a meal, whether it's meditating first thing in the morning together. With the spiritual intimacy, it's all about slowing down to connect, reflect, and be open in that space of just like surrender, and what will be optimism. This is important for some. It's not important for others. I find that the more you can prioritize spiritual intimacy, that connection to that which is greater, it can have a huge impact on your mood, your level of consciousness and optimism, hopefulness. You're overall more positive person and you're more confident because it gives you a sense of faith. And faith is necessary when it comes to mindset shifts and growing to be able to create things. So 1 to 5, how important is spiritual intimacy for you to start incorporating in your week? And then where are you at right now? Are you a 1, a 3? And what do you get to do to be able to move it one number up? Yeah, that's what I got for spiritual intimacy. If you have any questions regarding any of these, though, please, again, go to alyssapoggioli.com, book a call with me. We can go over, we can discuss. I'm happy to answer any questions or to help You establish a game plan on ways to incorporate some of these different spaces of intimacy within your relationship because life is too short to not feel seen, heard, be loved, and more importantly, have your needs met.